about our Father's business. Grind mode, filled with His Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode.
Yo, we are back. Episode 81 of season 3 of the Not the Same Podcast, hosted by this one word and that one word over there, Mr. Blurry.
Yeah,
Robert Dean. Get to messing with buttons and things happen, brother. Leave them buttons alone. But hey, man, we're glad, gracious, and very, very happy to be back with y'all for another Not the Same Podcast, music and hot topic show, man. Hey, first and foremost, man, we apologize for not being with you last night. As my brother Tony Dyson would say, life be lifing sometimes. And, you know, things had to be taken care of, man, but we're back full effect. If one of those things happen, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll be right back with you, man. You need to turn that knob or something, brother. Just
I'm trying to,
leave
brother.
well enough alone, brother. You was fine. Anyway, this is episode 81, man. Do us a favor and do what you see on the screen right about now. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, hit the subscribe button. And number 3, hit that notification bell so you can be notified as we are live, as we is right now. So you can be notified when we are live, as we is right now.
We is right now, as we wasn't last night, but hey, we back today. Look, shout out to the rebroadcast, Not the Same Podcast, man. Our MTMB Sports famo, Life
Big salute.
Takeover Radio, Praise 365, Scooter Parable Radio, RYC Praise News, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network, the Kingdom Now Network. We want to give a thank you for all of those rebroadcasters, other Not the Same Podcast, the
All
E3
of
Bible Study, and the Not the Same Sports Show. In some facet, them one words show us 2 one words on their screens, on their networks, and we appreciate it. We definitely don't take it for granted. And let me tell you this, man. Let me go ahead and get that hand clap real quick, bro. Real quick.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Let me get one more, man, because I got a super sneaker peeker I want to just give another shout out to. You know, we want to thank you, Super Sneaker Peeker. You want to know why? Because it motivates us to keep on going, because we know you're watching with your watching selves. And you can call us the silent partners, but why you watching? Don't never say nothing. Just trying to peep. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button for me one more time. Show them what they need to do. Hit the like button and subscribe and notification, brother. Especially that thumbs up. Go ahead. Thank you. You know what I mean? We just want you to hit the like button. If you're gonna sneak a peek, hit the like button. You're here anyway. God dog it.
Since you ain't gonna subscribe, at least hit the like button.
At least hit the like button.
Word.
But if you feel inclined to, hit that subscribe and notification as well. You dig? Hey, let's go to the chats, man. What up? What up, D? What up, Mama? What up, Ronald? What up, Vicky? Who else in here? What up, Hagens?
Yeah.
Everybody and everybody else tuning in. We already gave a shout out to the sneaker peekers, so I got it for the ones who show their faces, at least their names. What up?
For the ones who show their faces. Appreciate you for showing your faces, man. All right, look. Real quick, if you don't like sports, man, just, scratch your ear for about 5 minutes. Listen, man, that was a great game last night. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. So us not being on actually worked out. Good evening, Miss Davis. Yes, sir. Go on, say what you're supposed to say, brother.
Mama.
There you go. All right.
I'm trying to get all this stuff on mute.
It actually worked out great for us because that game, if you ever watch NBA TV and they play the classic games, that would be a classic. Instant classic. The New York Knicks was down 29 points in a finals game. The score was 70-40 something in the first half. The San Antonio Spurs was showing they whole tail on them, hitting all kind of shots, front, back, side to side. You know what I'm saying? They hitting all unbelievable shots. They was ultra hot. The whole team was ultra hot. And New York Knicks just kept trucking along, chugging along. And all of a sudden, man, they came all the way back to the very last minute, man, and won that game. And, man, listen, if you don't like sports and you want to get an intro into good basketball, watch the second half of that game, because you think you watch the first half, it's going to look like Little League, because one team going to look terrible, the other team going to look great. But, man, that was a great game. And we don't mean to offend our non-sports watchers, but just so the world know, man, hey, man, that was one game. Brother, I mean, I fell asleep the first half, and I woke up and like, oh, these one words might actually come back. Wow.
Bro, you know my favorite movie, Back of the Eyelids. That's where I was at, in La La Land. Yeah. And when I woke up, I looked, they down by 28. Basically, they down by 30. I'm going back to sleep. Woke up this morning getting ready for work, and I'm like, They won by a point, cuz.
Right.
Like, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Big shout out to OG Ananobi, man, with the tip that won the game, man. Jumped through all folks, 5, 6 Spurs, well, at least 5 Spurs, and got the tip, man. Won the game,
tip, man.
So
that's all you need is the tip.
All right, man. Let's see what's good, man. I ain't trying to deal with this brother right now.
What's good?
Robert Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but we dwell in the Midwest. So be careful on the west side of St. Louis. Tuck in your chain, man. My brother, what is
it definitely is
Jesus? What is good? Jesus, help this brother.
Well, what's good with me? What's good with me? Double entendre. I had all my boys with me this past weekend.
goes with the previous statement. But,
goes with the previous statement.
Hey, you'll get it when you get home, as the pastor say.
You'll definitely get it when you get home.
Oh, somebody get it when you get home.
Yeah, but hey, look.
Ooh,
no,
hilarious.
What's good for me? Can I get a hand clap real quick, bro?
Absolutely,
I don't do
brother.
this much. Hey, look, man, I want to shout out my wife, Nikki, bro, because we did it. You dig what I'm saying? And this is what I'm going to say. I know I don't do this much, but I have to do this because I got to salute this woman because we went 8 for 8. We got 7 kids, and I got my godson. He graduated as well, and we look at him as our son. So we went 8 for 8 on graduations, bro. And that don't happen with young black men. You dig what I'm saying? So going 8 for 8, 1 girl, 7 boys. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody graduated.
Yeah, man.
Dominic got his college degree, his associate's degree 2 weeks ago. Devin graduated last week. God is good. You know my testimony about him, passing out and the car went untouched. You saw the car. And then last Saturday, we had a big celebration, graduation party for Devin. All my boys came into town. Tay from DC came down. Dion made it from the overseas from Thailand. You dig what I mean?
Parts unknown.
Parts unknown.
Yeah.
And to be able to sit in my backyard, bro, at this barbecue and play dominoes with my and C was there.
Yep.
Play dominoes with my boys and all they partners around, and it's just like we in the backyard. Hagen's was there. It was just a beautiful time. And then it got a little bit too sticky, and we moved everything down into the basement because that humidity was tearing us up. Not to mention the mosquitoes.
Facts.
But with that being said, man, that's what's good with me because we broke the mold. You dig what I mean? And when I say we broke the mold, we broke the stereotype. We did it. You dig what I mean? Yeah, you don't know how many times I got ridiculed for having, 5 kids, 4 different mothers, and I'm this and I'm that, and Stan got all these kids, but Stan is a father. He stayed in everybody's lives. When everybody said I wouldn't, I did. And I'm not making it about me. My what's good is just all that crying and the labor that I put into my boys. You saw it, see, for yourself. It's authentic, bro. Like, this is not something that I make up because we on this show. It's truly authentic. And, bro, love it. You dig what I'm saying? And now it was a long weekend because brothers didn't go to sleep till like 4 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Now I'm on a 9-day stretch at work, but it was well worth it, man. So my what's good is we did it. So congratulations, Nikki. We did it. And nobody can take that away from us. Yeah, real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we may have been through or whatever the case may be, we did it, and they all here. And man, I praise God for that, bro, because that's not everybody's testimony. So I'm very, very, very grateful for it. What's good with you, C?
First of all, I went to the party, and I had my plate, and everybody was talking about I ain't that hungry, and I coming out the door with a plate sky high.
That boy had a Flintstone plate.
You know what I'm saying? Had every piece of meat that they had in the oven. You know what I'm saying? Chicken, ribs, all the pork steak, all of that. And I had a plate for the missus. You know what I'm saying? That I was protecting like it was gold. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, hey, it's too many one words in here, and that plate gonna end up missing. But nah, man, hey, big salute to you, man. It's good to see all your kids. I saw the scene when him and all his kids at the table playing dominoes. You know what I'm saying? That was a cool sight, man. For real, man. Also, man, what's good with me, man? It's very, very simple. A very simple what's good. My what's good is just to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Without telling details about my life. Sometimes I don't have good days. I ain't got nothing going on mentally for your one word. Hey, you can pray for me, but my mentals are good. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't that. I don't need no Ritalin. No chemical problems. You know what I'm saying? But, for a good day, I'm just grateful for one good day. And it ain't going to be that deep, but just a good day. A good day.
Bro,
making good decisions and all that. What'd you say, bro?
Sometimes that's all you need, bro.
Bro,
a good
for
day.
real.
Hey, Q made a whole song about it, bro.
Hey, I'm going to applaud that. Just a good day. You know what I'm saying? Because
real talk.
I had my bad days. But no, I'm grateful for a good day, man. I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? That's my old Baptist Costa days. The song popped up. But nah, man. So, that's my what's good, man. I thank God for your what's good, man. I'm glad I was able to be there with the fam and all that, brother. Go ahead.
I need another hand clap because this wouldn't have been made possible without my sis. Yo, shout out to my sis D, man, because she worked for me on Sunday and Monday so I could have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. So I got to give her a shout out because I wouldn't have been able to really spend time. When you get up in the wee hours in the morning, you got to cut off about 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you dozing off at work. But she made it possible where she worked for me on Sunday and Monday that I can be off and spend time with my boys, man, the entire weekend, my family the entire weekend. So yeah, I had to give her shout out. So now I'm working for her the next 2 days and just gonna go ahead straight through, paying it forward,
paying it forward, brother. All right, man, we're gonna hold up and wait and get to the first. Well, for the hot topic for tonight, man.
Hold up. Hey. Hot topic.
All right, hot topic. This gonna make sense. 2 knives, 2 schools, 2 verdicts. I'm gonna put up an image on the screen. I'm gonna let my brother Rob explain all what this is about.
Now, if y'all know, been on social media, this is all over the place. People putting it on their stories, people putting it on their timelines and just talking about it. And so we're going to discuss it. This is what the hot topic is right now. Like it says, 2 knives, 2 schools, 2 verdicts. If you haven't heard about it, we're going to talk about it real quick. I know it's up here. I'm not playing on your intelligence. I'm just going to read it to you is all I'm saying. So what we're talking about is Casey Allison and Carmelo Anthony. Now, when everybody first heard Carmelo Anthony, they swore up and down it was the basketball player, to include myself. I'm like, hold on, what happened? Because I didn't look at the story. I heard the name. Now, if you know basketball, you know where I'm coming from. Yeah, too wrong. You ain't never lied. But back in 2022, Casey Allison, if you wanted, you said you read up on it. I just said, can you blow that up a little bit, bro? Because I can't see that top joint at all. I don't know if.
All right, brother, hold on.
I don't know if that's his. I mean, I got my specs on, but them words is super ski. All right, there we go. Casey Allison, back in 2022, white, stabbed a classmate to death in a school bathroom. He confessed it. It was on video, ran from the scene. His jury, not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter, gave him the lowest charge possible, which is 10 years. Now, if you know the criminal justice system, it doesn't always mean he's going to do the full 10. You dig what I'm saying? And 10 years in prison is different from 10 years and 10 years. It's just the way it is. At the bottom, on the Carmelo Anthony side, last year, 2025, same difference. Only thing, it was self-defense on what happened with this young man. Stabbed the classmate at a track meet after an altercation. They tried to come up to him. Hey, move, nigger. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm gonna say we don't say it, but we sitting here. He defended himself, ended up dead. His jury had no black jurors, no blacks in Texas apparently. Convicted of murder, and convicted him of murder and gave him a 35-year sentence. Now there's more to this. There was a GoFundMe for Casey. All as well. Anything that was going to Carmelo was garnished, and it was just set up for the black man to fail. You dig what I mean? And this is the criminal justice system. I have a really good friend who was a PO for a good little minute, and I've heard some horror stories of how white criminals get treated with the slap on the wrist compared to how we get treated as black men. That's the setup. Y'all can come in the comments. I'm going to let you go see, and then we can go in for a minute.
So I'm going to ask you this question before I make my comments, and I'm asking everyone in the chat, who have, I don't think everybody who watches us is black. So I don't want to talk as if everyone who watches us is black. And, I don't want to come from only the black perspective, but it's important to me to ask this question. As a man who does not have children, I have nephews, I got 52 and a half nieces and nephews. A lot of kids I'm around in my family, right? But the question I'm asking, and I need you to be honest, before I even go into details of what happened, I would like you to be honest, everybody to chat, to be honest. Is there a way you can judge this without seeing your children in it? And I'm not saying this to be funny, because people who have kids, I hear this a lot when something like this happen. I got black sons. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll say, I got black daughters if it happened to a black woman. I wouldn't know how hard that would be to separate that from what's going on. From what I read, you know what I'm saying, these two situations were very similar. And one of the two biggest things is one confessed and one of them didn't confess because they felt like it was self-defense. And the other big thing is one is eye pigmentation, the other one is not. The other details about what you were saying about, all white jurors, Texas, I got a lot more thoughts about that. But for the first question, how difficult is that for you as a black father? I know you ain't know I was going to ask that, but I just think it's important to say.
Anytime this, I hate they call it social unrest, anytime this one-sided judicial system do something to us and it's in the public eye, be it George Floyd, Mike Brown, whatever the case may be, no, I can't separate the two. You dig what I'm saying? Because my oldest is 31, my youngest is 18. So it's through the whole, you know what I'm saying? And then I got in between that. So I'm sorry, the oldest is 33, the youngest is 18. So, and then you got all the in-betweens. I'm worried about this every time one of them step out the door. Now, I pray over them, but I also know the society and the world that we live in. But it just happens that way. So I tell them, yo, you get pulled over, it's simple as no, sir, yes, sir, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, or any of the situations. Like, just be aware. Now, fortunately, they not for that, but it don't mean they can't come to their doorstep. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I figured that, and I think this gonna spawn my answer, right? I think it's wrong, and I think the bias is wrong. But I also think part of the reason is of the bias. I think the number one reason for the bias is, number one, either overt racism or latent racism, right? So some people may not even see themselves as racist. You feel what I'm saying? You work with all type of races, but they've been raised racist. So they may be like, I'm not racist, but it's just overt. You get what I'm saying? The second thing I think is the same thing, that the way you see that, right? That's my black son. That's my black daughter. I think that's the same way they see that. He got to be a good kid. That's another white kid. It's wrong. That's why the big issue to me, all white jurors and a white judge, because they going to see that and it's like, that could be my son. The same thing you said. You feel what I'm saying? That is happening because we are in a minority. I don't think we really are that much a minority in population as much as people say it. But when it comes to these type areas where we don't need to be a minority, like Hagen said that all the blacks were put out, I don't know what happened. If that actually happened and they got rid of all the black jurors and they all white jurors, all them white jurors look at that and say, that could be my nephew. That could be my son. Slap on the wrist because, it was horseplay. Whatever, the way to minimize that. And they will equate it the same way that you was equate, I see a black son and they're being done wrong. The two things are not equal. Let's be honest now. The two things are not equal, but I kind of think that is what end up being a motivation beyond the person that's just overtly just racist, or like, this ninja got to go. Now, all the upward around that, it's not ninja that's being said. It's hard ER. You know what I'm saying? And then it becomes a political thing because it always happens like that. When a black person goes down or a white person goes down before, it's going to become political. It becomes left and right. It becomes Republican and Democratic. And then it goes to how the point of this state is. And all that gets involved beyond just the simple case itself. And the case should be judged by, okay, how have other cases been treated? That should have been brought into too. Why is this young man getting 35 years and this one is only getting 10? What is the difference judicially? And I feel like that should be dealt with. Go ahead, bro.
I'll say this. If it wasn't self-defense, I know they're saying it was self-defense. If it wasn't, first and foremost, 2 lives were lost. That's unfortunate. If there were 2 lives lost in this situation. The other big unfortunate part about it is the fact that self-defense, and you still get 35 years on self-defense, and just because the other person confessed it. And I hear your point of view of saying that's probably how they look at it.
I mean, it ain't right. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I mean, it could be a reason in the same way we as passionate. But what I hate to hear is, oh, here we go with the race card. It's not a card, ladies and gentlemen. I get so sick and tired of that. Even at the job, here we go with the race card. It's not a card. It's real. I live it. You dig what I'm saying? I live it. Even in the position that I hold, I am reminded one way or the other that go sit down. You dig what I mean? I can press so far. Yeah. And I'll leave it at that because I can get very passionate from it because we get that. I'll give you a prime example just on how things look about black and white. I can be, you know how I dress up, suited and booted every day. I can go to my truck, change my clothes when first of all, be in my suit, go in, how you doing, sir? Bro, I can turn back around, go to the truck, change clothes and get in this, no glasses. Can we help you? Yeah, I was just in here. When? All because you see what I'm saying? It's all because of an image. And I do believe media invokes fear and hate because if they see somebody with a hoodie, a ball cap on, a T-shirt on, some J's, some tennis shoes, some Timbs, they're automatically, well, I was told this. But if you dress the part, he's a good guy. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and I get you got to dress the part to dress for success, but it's just mind wise on how people view it. You can go ahead and go to the comments.
Ronald Jackson said, my first thought was that both of these crimes were terrible and both were guilty. Then hearing that Carmelo stabbed the guy in self-defense brought a new perspective.
Yes.
Vicky said, right is right, wrong is wrong. I think the black kid didn't get fair treatment. Ronald Jackson, then he said, I think I need to step back and get all the details.
And that's what I would encourage Ronald Jackson, give him a hand clap for that one.
All right.
And it's the reason I'm about to say that. Because you said this alluding that we know that all of our viewers are not black viewers. Don't think we on here just going for the black person because I'm not for the ignorance. You dig what I mean? Because we not on here talking about some all black people get treated wrong. No, we not on that. That's not what we on. We talking about this specific case, and it's very important for folks to go back and read case files. You dig what I mean? Now, if my man had a priors, that's one thing. If he didn't have, like, it's a bunch of it to it, and we don't have the entire thing in front of us. We only can go off of the snapshot of what's given to us right now. Yeah. But surface-wise, you take it step by step of what we just showed you on the screen. No, it's absolutely not right. It's more comments in here, bro.
Yeah, that's what we showed you on the screen. I'm putting that back up one more time so you can see.
So when you look at it from this, and we're talking about line for line, bar for bar, I'm being funny, but I'm being serious.
Right.
Same state, same knife, same system. And you see how now some would say, well, Kaysen got years too. Look at that difference. You dig what I mean? Because Carmelo, my man gonna be our age when he get out. If he don't die in the system.
Right. All right.
So go ahead.
Hagan says, I think Melo need to swap lawyers and file an appeal because why were there not any lesser charges like manslaughter? It was just murder. From what I was just reading, I was just reading up on it right before the show started. He is about to file an appeal. So the second time I'm going to go different because this is unfortunate, but I'm going to be real with y'all. Now that this is national news, things are different. You know what I'm saying? This is found out later, but now that everybody sees that, it's going to be different. He may have help with another lawyer as well, too, when something is this big. Brother Roland, what's up, brother? Roland says definitely sucks. Did y'all see what happened regarding the jurors? Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like something else. I thought he had something else outside of what we put up there, all white juror If you got something else rolling, put that in there. If you referring to something else outside of Carmelo having an all white juror, or
jurors.
Jurors.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that's hard because you get passionate. As a black man, you do get passionate, but I also want to put that caveat out there. I'm not out here rooting for the criminals. Let me tell you something. I got road aggravation, and these one words that like to run stoplights and do all this stupid stuff, and I got to watch myself as I'm driving, and my insurance going up because of the ignorance off of the next person. I'm not the one rooting for the ignorance. Right. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about in situations like this when you have something side by side. And like I said, a good friend of mine who is in the judicial system sees it all the time, where a black man and a white man come in on the same charges, and his stuff gets down to, okay, we're gonna put you on probation, and then the other cat, he gone for a few years.
Yeah.
And it continues to happen like that. Now, one could say, well, they public defender versus a paid lawyer. And I hear you. All that can come into play. But what's right is right, like Vicky said earlier, and what's wrong is wrong. Now, again, I'm not saying if he appeals and it was found self-defense, he needs to be off, period. Yeah. Now, if it appeals and it was like, no, we got evidence and this, no, he manslaughter, then you give him his 10 years. But 35 and just say murder and there's nothing else that can be done with that. Come on, man. It's getting old because they playing in our face when it comes to stuff like that. And again, I got to say this again, just in case somebody try to clip it. I'm not talking about the ignorant one-words who out here committing crimes, living a life of crime, making it hell for everybody else to include their neighborhood. I'm not talking about them. Yeah. I'm talking about when you get stuff like this that happens and people want to turn a blind eye to it, like, here we go with the race card again. You dig what I'm saying? No, it's not that. It's been proven time and time again, bro.
Yeah, I think it's sad. I think it's the system, and I think the biggest solution for us, don't get in the system because it ain't set up for you. You know what I'm saying? Some places are worse than others. Texas is not a good place to be in courts. You know what I'm saying? It's one of these places that held on to a lot of the old world a long time. I mean, Missouri is one of them places too. We live there where they held on to some of the old world slavery type things way longer than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And your biggest safety in that thing is I avoid the law with the plague. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when it comes to me and somebody else, I'm gonna be on the short end of the stick. And I shouldn't think fatalistic like that as a believer, but I know people's hearts. It's hard to see past what my skin tone is. And everybody's not like that. I repeat this again. Everyone is not like that. But in general, when it comes to jury type things and all that, and things are set up for that man to be in trouble, the biggest security is not do that. But then again, you know, he could have not stabbed nobody and whooped somebody's tail and be in the same place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if he really stabbed for self-defense, you know, to get somebody off him, and come on, I've been to schools. I went to high school where I went to school where it's mostly black, then I went to school where it's mostly white. Oh, somebody will test your patience sometimes. We'll just say that when you go to the mostly whites. They'll try to get you to get out of character. Because not all, but when you're in those settings in schools like that, somebody try to get you out of character to get you to fight. Really to get you up out of here. That's what they be going for. Go ahead, bro.
Just looking at it, he said some jurors for Roland, he had something else. He was like, some of the discourse, multiple potential black jurors opted out because they said they couldn't separate their race and not be biased, which is why it seems like they got seated, meaning the white jurors. And that's possible. You dig what I mean? Because, hey, can you be unbiased in this? And you asked me, can I separate my kids from that? And I gave you an honest answer.
That's why I asked that. Right.
So, I mean, if that's the case, Roland, you got a valid point, because for me, I can't separate that without seeing my son sitting there off of some stuff like that.
My bad. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, you straight. But
the sad part is, though, it's the same thing for the other delegation. It's the exact same thing, right? So you're feeling like, okay, these black people can't be unbiased about that, right? But you're not thinking about, okay, can these people be unracist about it? That's the other question. Can they sit there and judge this fairly? Why is it assumed They can judge it fairly because they're not black and don't look like the person on the stand. That don't mean you can judge it fairly because you could look at the person on the stand and think, oh, he could be killing me. He could be stabbing me. Let me get this troublemaker off the street because you may not understand that culture. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you may look at him and be like, okay, this man got twists in his head. And I heard all dudes got twists in their head is this. But you don't understand the culture that anybody under 18 got twists in their head. Now, all the kids do. We went to the thing. I looked at the thing with all your kids. Most of them heads twisted. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't none of them got. We the only people. You don't have no more hair, and I was the only other person with some low hair. Everybody else had twists, plaits, braids, something. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't understand that culture, then all you can see is what you said earlier, hard ER, because you don't understand it. And that's what's hard about that. That's why I think it should never be an all-race jury. It don't matter who's on the stand. It should never be an all-white jury. It should never be an all-black jury. It used to have some other races in there because you need to have differences of opinion, differences of experiences so they can come to that. The one time I had jury duty and I was in the room and you had to talk or whatever, it was all kind of folks up in there. And we was deliberating all type of thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? We was talking about all kind of thoughts of different angles because some person may be fighting, yeah, we got to get this off. We got to do this until somebody else in the room stand up. But if everybody looked the same, who's going to stand up and be like, yo, this is wrong? It may not be nobody. Now, I'm not saying there's no white people that may not see it as wrong, but a lot of time majority rules, bro. Unfortunately, I'm gonna put up the last things Roland did,
yeah,
and then we'll move
I'm gonna say my last thing on why I can't separate it. But no, Hagen said one thing. Hagen says related or unrelated why Ben Crump ain't never in the criminal trials, and because if somebody saw that, Ben Crump is an American civil rights and catastrophic personal injury attorney, and Roland went on to just say they were all misdemeanors. Yeah, so it's the type of trials why Ben Crump hasn't showed up.
And then he said my nephew was murdered and got off. It's on camera. Happened at a gas station off Grant. Man, that's crazy, bro. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, definitely sorry to hear that.
Hagen said all the boys got locked and Rob Ballhead. Let me move on. And then a brother Roland said, yeah, the system in general is kind of jack. It works sometimes, but in general, that's not. In general, there's a lot that's messed up. That's the point. Now, I say this, and I'll let you go, bro. Why did I say the way we navigate this is the best way? Now, for Roland's nephew, he was murdered. There's no justice. You feel what I'm saying? But if you have control, my brothers and sisters that's in here, don't go to jail. Try your best. Right. If you can say, man, I ain't complying, man. I was wrong. Shut up. Stay out them jails. Stay out. Get charges away from you. Because when it come down to that type of jury and all that, it's like a flip of a coin. And they gonna see, okay, nah, I think this is a good one. Or they gonna see the plaits and dreads in their head, and say, nah, I'm worried about him. We need to get him off the street. I think that's the best way you can avoid that, because if you're in the hands of the law without intervention from the Lord and somebody's heart being touched, man, it's not going to go well. We've seen it way too many times. Go ahead, bro. Last thought.
I'll say this, this is related to not being able to separate your kids. You saw the video on the miracle that happened with Devin, right? How the traffic stopped. If that goes tragic and he hits someone, pass out, hits someone and kills them, he gets involuntary manslaughter, involuntary vehicle manslaughter, right? So that's another praise to God. Who's to say what they would have tried to do, depending on what they would have tried to do to my son, depending on who was in that other car.
Right.
If that person would have been killed in the car accident. You dig what I mean? So this is the type of stuff that I'm saying I can't help but see that. And another reason why I was praising God from the situation. So, but as far as this goes, like I said, there were 2 lives lost. That's tragic, regardless of what. But what I also will say is I hope that he gets some good attorneys, because another part of this that we didn't get into was the fact that there was a GoFundMe and they were trying to garnish any type of funds that was coming Carmelo's way. So now, like you said, it's national news. Maybe somebody hop on that and say, this ain't right. Let's go. We going down. We're going to appeal and go for it. So
That's the hope for the brother, man. We need to pray for him, though. Pray that justice be done, and he get the right help that he need. Because if it's up to Texas by itself, he gonna be in jail. All right, man. We're gonna hold up and wait and get to the first video for the night by Paris Sharice called Christian Mingle. Check this out.
Hold up. Hey.
Outside my granny and my guy, I don't Christian mingle. Stood up on the rock through all my trauma, like I'm Beanie Siegel. See me trying to free you from the drama, I'm the safest out. Before I sleep, I lay a prayer down. Hopped up out the bed with my swag, I ain't turned it on. Woke up with the scammers, turning scandals. They was burning phones, I ain't one to judge. We from the mud, bro, what's done is done. To the back. This is soldier single, babe. I'm the first to tell him no. I had to make sure I was safe. I'm Andretti, bro. The track is very emotions. Get the race. It was steady growth. Pockets ain't had nothing but my faith. 200 can make you famous. 2-ply, he can wipe the charge. Know I'm worth 1,000,000 acres. Too much focus on the charts. Angels like Fantasia. When I see you, I'm gonna let him sing. Fire on me. Script sound like a switchy when I flip the page. Left him up. You get him if it's with us. It don't blend. We different cuts. I like Christ, not Christian stuff. I get rest from month to month. I just sat down on my runs. I got blessings over breakfast. She just told me I'm the one. Outside my granny and my guy, I don't Christian mingle. Stood up on the rock through all my trauma, like I'm Beanie Siegel. See me trying to free you from the drama, I'm the safest out. Before I sleep, I lay a prayer down. Hopped up out the bed with my swag, I ain't turned it on. Woke up with the scammers, turning scandals. They was burning phones, I ain't one to judge. We from the mud, but what's done is done. To the back. Swag, I ain't turned it on. Woke up with the scammers, turned the scandals. They was burning phones. I ain't one to judge. We from the mud, bro. What's done is done.
All right, that was Christian Mingle by Paris Sharice. Thoughts on the video? Video was well shot. You know, a lot of cool angles and color tones within the video. The song itself, it was okay to me. The brother can really rap. You know, he put words together very well. Wasn't one of my favorite entries by the brother, but I did enjoy it. But it wasn't my favorite entries. One thing that's off the topic, but it's funny. That man looks exactly like my cousin. I got a cousin that's here, my little homie, my little cousin, little Frank. He look just like him. And every time I see him, I'm like, man, little Frank, what you doing? But little Frank ain't that tall. You know, he ain't no little that tall. Cause he look like he good 6'2". You know what I'm saying, bro? Look, one word, look at least 6'2". But other than that, man, yeah, it was just okay for me. No hate to the song, well produced and everything like that. It just wasn't one of my favorites from the brother. Go ahead, bro.
I'll listen to it again. So I was trying to watch the video that didn't match the song to me. So I didn't. That's the only thing that threw me. Like the song, I like what he was saying. It was one of the quick hit songs. You know how it go. You get your verse, sound like what 16, and then a repeat of the hook and a bridge a little bit. I'll go back and listen to it. Video wise, on video review, shot very well. Good color schemes. It just didn't go with the song. That was the part that
kind of threw me.
That's the part that threw me. It did. The video didn't match the song. That's it. No hate to the song. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen to it. Like you said, I always jack my brother name up, but dude got bars. You dig what I mean?
Under Five, what's up, sis? Good to see you.
Under Five, what's going on, sis? Yeah. So with that being said, bro, only thing I can say is the video, it looked good. It just didn't go with the song.
Yeah. Top tier rapper, man. But yeah, I agree with Rob. You know, but I probably need to give it another listen. But for going through the first time,
what I'm gonna do.
Going through the first time, that's what I say. And if brother Paris Sharice, we will tag you in this. If you see this, we are not hating. We got to say this to all our Christian rappers because sometimes they be in their fifis. You know what I'm saying? We is not hating. It's just our opinions. And don't go look up our music. Be like, you wasn't that good. I didn't say I was. One word. Anyway, we're going to go to the music set.
segment.
All right, music segment. Do allegations towards successful music artists come with the territory? Do allegations towards successful music artists come with the territory? Mr. Davis.
You want to give a backstory?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So where this topic came from? Drake recently passed Michael Jackson on most #1 hits by a solo male artist. So it goes back, does allegations towards successful music artists come with the territory? It seems to be, because I don't care what genre you're a part of, they will depict you apart and find the littlest things and start with the allegations. If you want to talk about gospel, we can go straight to Kirk Franklin. If you want to talk about Christian rap, we can go straight to Lecrae. If you want to go talk about R&B, well, brother, his mind was telling him no, but he locked up now. And y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Allegations. We talking about Drake. Well, let's just say Kendrick Lamar ethered that boy. And guess what? His success still happened, regardless of he's not like us. So I think it does come with the territory, bro. And I don't know if it's so you don't get bigger than what you're supposed to be. And I can go on rock and roll. It doesn't matter what genre. This seems to be the norm when it comes to the music industry.
When you say allegations, what do you mean? Let me ask that.
Any type of allegations, whether your allegations is you touch children, you and that be the main allegation that you're a molester, because that's the biggest allegation that can get you to fall off. You dig what I mean? Anytime you start bringing children into the factor, and once you hear something and the seed is planted, that person can be innocent as ever. And you got your opinion. Ain't heard nothing, ain't read nothing. You just saw your favorite gossip blog or this or that say it, and now all of a sudden, that one word gay, that one word of molested, that one word, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you run with it. It's like quick, and that's when that person has made the wrong person upset, and that's when the allegations come out. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Okay, well, first of all, the music industry itself is totally corrupt, and there's a lot of pedophiles in it. So,
no doubt,
all them allegations may be right, probably right for some folks. But I say this: I think allegations come towards successful people because they're the most seen. Just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you standing on top of the mountain and somebody on the hill, they see the person on the mountain. So I ain't looking at the dude on the hill. Or if you say, you know, when it comes to music artists, if the person who's every song there's a video and every time they do something they're being talked about, they're gonna get the allegations because they the one that's seen. The person that's just on the underground that's grinding, they'll be like, man, I mean, I don't care what they do, they ain't nobody. That's what people think. Now, who cares? But when it's somebody big, you know, whoever Drake is dating is always found out. Using Drake as an example, you know, or because Kendrick don't really get caught up in a lot of stuff. He kind of on his own admission, kind of undercover. He ain't out there, and he got a wife, so he ain't out there dating for real. But you know, Drake don't. So that's a lot of his trouble come from that, or artists that's mad. A lot of this be hating from artists that's mad. But I think overall, the industry itself got just a whole bunch of pedophiles. So they just snitch. They just call them the kettle black when they know they got a little something at the house themselves right now, which is terrible. But go ahead, bro.
It goes back to the Wizard of Oz when, if y'all know it, Toto pulls the curtain back. My man still don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Don't pay attention.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like, probably the funniest part of the movie to me. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know. They want you to focus on the big screen and not the guy controlling all of it to get us to go algorithm to algorithm, trend to trend, and this just happens. You dig what I mean? And we could take it back to the last topic where you have, if a white artist do it, it's cool. If a black artist do it, throw them in jail. You dig what I'm saying? So, and even in Hollywood, you know, you had a famous Hollywood actor openly spreading HIV and AIDS, and nothing happened. And then the other person had an allegation, and they canceled him. He can't even get a movie no more. And we saw him running down the street away from the trouble. He still got canceled out of Marvel.
He ain't lying.
Yep. It's a Marvel.
So so the allegations, I think successful artists, bringing it back to the topic, successful artists, does it come with the territory? If you get too big, I believe it does. And it's almost like a humiliation ritual in a sense, if you will.
I think any successful artist has been sued. comes with it, including Lecrae. Any successful artist has been sued for something. Kirk Franklin, I think the family sued him. You know what I'm saying? Like, any successful artist, there's something that's going to be sued because it's so too much money, too big, and then people get to complain about their cut or lack of cut or their importance or lack of importance. And then people go to sue. Or they feel like, okay, you know, we'll just give an example of a choir, and, man, this person was on my head talking all crazy and all that. You know, yeah, you know, really they know in the background, they really was just trying to better them and get them better. But he yelled at me, whatever, because they see he's so successful, got money. If I can get just a little bit of that change off him, then I'll be cool. Or you can have a crew. Say, like, just an example, this ain't happened. Me, Rob, and Dominic start being on rap songs all the time. And all of a sudden, Dominic blow up. Now, that's your son. But you always look at, oh, yeah, that's just my son. I always look at, man, that's nephew. And then all of a sudden, now he's the most famous person in the world. Without a redeemed mind and a level-head mind, one of us would be like, no, I know this one word. I was out here on the court when he wasn't tall, whooping this dude in basketball.
Right,
Who he is, he's so rich. Man, he got to break me off, son. And when that junk go too far, then they start making up stuff. Well, I know he used to do this. It be actual families, man. Think about Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? That man wouldn't talk to his family over some stuff, money, stuff like that. That happens to a lot of people. Britney Spears, the artist list go on and on and on where the families is all messed up and it really comes down to money, jealousy, and envy. Yeah, man. It's all come down to. Man. Under 5 says, sis, yeah, man, the industry and everything that comes with it is so wild. Absolutely, sis. Hagen says, J and B don't be playing them allegation games. They'll sue the mess out of you, as they should. And they could be wrong. But they got the money to sue you, though. When folks start talking about, you know, Jay got a new baby or whatever. All right, you say I do. And then all of a sudden they disappear. He got them lawyers on deck. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And some of it, I ain't necessarily talking about those two, but some of it do be out of court settlements. I need you to close your mouth. Take this 100,000.
3 words. 3 letters. NDA. All right, man. I think on that note, we're going to hold up and wait and get to the last video of the night.
Hold up. Hey.
All right, this is a video by Karen the Light called Voice. Here we go.
I'm not even going to stress it. I'm going to just let you know. It's them wintertime vibes, you know?
1500.
Yeah. I study the Bible, so I know it well. Yeah, can't let nobody make my soul for sale. Can't even lie, yeah, I still struggle, but I know myself. I fear God, I told him I don't want to go to hell. Pray for the sermon, I'll be asking what's the gift in me. Must be this music, cause the world think I'm so sick with it. I switch my style, some people love it, some trying to get with it. I think what matters most is I'm living out what's God written. I make mistakes, but I embrace them, I'm still human. I escape from that place that made me feel ruined. So every day I still chase what I think I'm losing. And pray to God in the end that I don't look stupid. Why do I feel I'm unable, double-minded, I'm unstable? Wanna put all me on the table so God can make me an angel. Was living life like Cain cause I was jealous of Abel. God told me, look up, child, I just wanna save you. I need to hear your voice in life so I could get through this. For you, I shoot for the stars every time and I don't miss. Every time I drop a hit, I still don't feel the bliss. And deep down I know it's only cause I'm still living in sin. You transform my pen, they laughed at me, now I'm laughing with them. Transform my gifts so now I can't even rap with them. I need to use my talents cause the devil be distracting them. I need to be a magnet to you so I don't go back with them. No bad symptoms, that rhythm that God gave me, I rap with him. When I do it, they submerge in my music like baptisms. I'm good at something that pushes people to have vision. They say I'm anointed, I studied how I could tap in it. Just wanna hear what his voice like. I wanna hear him tell me everything gon' be alright. I'd rather do this all day rather than all night. I don't wanna see no more darkness, I just want all light. How come my anxiety never leaves, it's reoccurring? How come when I read the word, I leave with reassurance? How come the world is lost so much, we hoping Jesus hurry? With you, I make every shot that I take like Stephen Curry. Never worry, cause you got me when I lift, I know you spot me. You never drop me, even when my faith is microscopic. It don't matter what's the problem, I know you the only option. Every time I wanna quit, something in me won't let me stop this. Something just really won't let me stop doing this. I'm fearless. I just need to hear your voice. so I could be the light.
All right, that was voiced by Karen the Light. First thoughts on the video. It's a well-shot, clean video. For me, Rob said on this last song, the video don't really go with the song. I could have used a little bit more in the video. For me personally, the lyrics were outstanding. I expect that from that brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like the beat. I like the mix on it. I like all that on it. But when it came to the video, and I felt like I needed a story or something. And I don't have to have a storyline all the time. But the way that was, if it was just gonna be that, then you should be on a stage like black and white and you just in front of a microphone pouring out, something like that. But if you're gonna be outdoors, give me a storyline or something. No hate though. I like the song. It's just the video, though it looked clean because Will Thomas shot it and that them high def expensive cameras look real good. But that was the only thing that was lacking to that for me. Go ahead, bro.
Right. So we got a debate fuel on the Not the Same podcast.
Go ahead.
No, I actually, because his name is Karen the Light, I noticed how Will put the sun in there shining on the parts, and then he walking down. So I think the difference for me is when it comes to him, I know he's trying to get your attention. So the less is more when it comes to his lyricism. So that's why I didn't have a problem with this one. He's walking. Same way when he was in the woods. He always walks where you're paying attention to him. Even when he was coming up with the YouTube shorts and the TikTok shorts, he's walking so you're paying attention to him and not distracted by what's going on behind him. And then Will, of course, shining up toward the sky. And you see the light coming through the trees. Light child. You know what I'm saying? That he always says that in his rhyme. So for me, the video was dope. It went with it for me. And then, of course, the lyricism is crazy. The one thing I like about Karen the Light, he's going to make you think. You're going to get convicted when you're listening to his raps. He's going to make you think about it. And then it's smooth. Even as he switched his styles, I think it's good.
Yeah. So that was voiced by
I'm sorry. You're right. You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
That was that special.
Yes.
Hey, if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I mean, what's your budget looking like? Well, I got
what's
this.
What's your budget
special.
looking like? I got this. All right, run and shoot.
I gotta have one. But yeah, once again, that was a song called "Voiced" by Karen the Light. Man, put it on your playlist if you so desire. Yeah, one more thing before we slide up out of here, brother.
Hey, that's so funny, bro, because we know exactly what that is. Anyways, have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? Look, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. You see it right there. That way you know whenever we come forward. But I say this every show. If you've already hit subscribe and notification, don't hit it again.
Please
You're going to undo it. Only thing we need you to do tonight is just hit that like button for us. We greatly appreciate it. If you want to sow a seed, hit that Cash App, man. Cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. NotTheSamePodcast.com/support. The website for this show, we only had one show this week because we had some stuff going on. So where it all started, the Not the Same Podcast show, the website will be updated so that you can watch this show over. Or look, I just looked at our front page when I was logging on because I be commenting. We got almost 900 videos.
Yep.
You could, hey, look, we've been doing this joint for a minute. We've been consistent. So the other way you can support, go ahead. We got 900.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. I'll say it in a minute.
The other part, you can support them comments, man. That keep us going. You dig what I mean? We got jobs. It be long days sometimes. When words don't be wanting to, hey, but that helps us go.
Yes, it does.
It helps us go, and we appreciate it. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, speaking of all the videos we have, we just recently, a day ago, crossed 80,000 views overall. So, hey, we're doing it. We still on our track to where we trying to be, man. But, hey, that was one milestone. 80 going to turn into 100,000 soon. Then we're going to be in the million on this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without paying for no bots. You know what I'm saying? Without paying people to be on to get the numbers up. Nah, man. None of that. Just doing it all authentic. And God has been blessing, man. So appreciate y'all watching, as Rob said. That being said, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. We'll be back next week. It should be a sports show. Everything going to be all right in Jesus' name. So with that being said, I am C-Micah.
I'm Rob Redeem.
We're out, man. We'll see y'all next week.
About our Father's business. Rhyme mode. Filled with His Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode.